president of the university, Dr. Assof Behei, the dean of the Faculty of Medicine, Professor Ibrahim Sidi Adil, the vice dean, Professor Elzami Al-Idrissi, and the general coordinator of the Congress, Professor El-Bakir Benialou, for their kind invitation. It seems there are problems which are not quite easy to be solved, so unfortunately I will have to tell you my story without the support of the slides. That's a pity because they were very informative on the subject. Now, my talk deals with an interesting document I found in the Archive of State of the Republic of Venice, which is an excellent documentation on one side of the importance of the measure Venice took to prevent the spreading of the plague, and on the other side of the feeling of the peaceful feeling, if not of friendship, between the late Ottoman Empire and the late Republic of Venice, when both powers, of course, had lost their strength for the long fight that lasted centuries. It is interesting how we found on this document. Venice has many peculiar traditions, among which is a special gift that the ruler of Venice, the Doge, would make at the end of every year to each member of the Maggior Consiglio, which was really the governing institution of the Republic, made up with the noble people of the town. And it was a gift, it was a medal, and highly meaningful, since it was a kind of symbolic homage with which the Doge recognized that he was not a sovereign, but the sovereignty was to the Maggior Consiglio. Now, this became a sort of celebrating medallion about the more important events, positive or negative, of the Republic. So, looking for documents about the plague, we try to see if there were some of these medals remembering the plague, which, as we know, spread many times in those centuries through Venice. We found among the 275 oselle, this is the Venetian name of these special medals, mentioned the plague in 5 instances. The last one of these instances, 1793, was an osella that was struck under the government of the last Doge, Ludovico Manin. The Republic of Venice ended in 1797. This happened in 1793. Now, from this osella, it's a pity I cannot show you the picture, you can easily realize the description of a measure preventing the plague. It is an island with a little church, a ship is anchored nearby, and the Vierge is protecting all the landscape with his presence. It refers to a precise fact that we were able then, stimulated by this finding on the medal, we were able to find in the Archive of State of the Republic of Venice the report. The report, signed by Vincenzo Alugara, who was the commissioner for this affair, described us as an Ottoman ship entered the lagoon of Venice in June 1793, and the day after it arrived, a case of a bubonic plague was discovered. We can go at the end. Thank you very much. Yeah, in the last 2 or 3. Sorry. Okay, here you see on right side the osella I described to you. You see the little church, you see the Vierge, you see the ship. This is the island which contained the plague. and the measure, this is the document I mentioned to you. So, this is the place, the island near Venice, where the Lazaret was established in those times. This is the map of the island, and these are the measures which were taken to contain the plague. So this is the infected ship. This was the place where the crew was separated in two parts, those affected by the contagious disease and the other were not. And then we see here the ship of the commander, and then we see here that there were some internal ward of soldiers, and around it there was a circle of armed vessel in order to prevent any escape from the island and the diffusion of the plague. Now these measures were quite successful. Of course, they had to furnish everything, food, garments. It was necessary because it was a long story. They were kept there for 3 months. At the end of the 30 initial men, 20 survived. And they were very, very grateful to the Republic, as we can see from this document. It is still preserved into the Venetian archive. And these are the feeling of gratitude they are expressed by them. Living with high esteem and respect the lagoon of these excellent health officers, we ask to be allowed to offer, kneeling, our tears of gratitude and joy, and to kiss the ground of this nation that provided our unexpected, miraculous salvation from the captain and the crew. So they were able to sail back safely to home. And as I told you, this is a very interesting document that put in relevance relevant aspects of the Venetian fight against the plague. And furthermore, as I said, it records as at the end of 18th century, at the sunset of the Venetian state, and in parallel to the decreased strength of the Ottoman Empire, the mutual attitude of the two powers were no longer aggressive. After
2 minutes, please.
Yeah, and were no longer aggressive after the Passarovitz peace of 1718, to such an extent to give rise in the art and the literature of the Republic of San Marco to the character of the good Turk. Thank you for kind attention.
Thanks to Dr. Professor Giorgio Zenshin from Italy for this paper.